What's going on, Internet? It is your boy, Eric Bandholz. Hope all is going well on the other side of the Internet. Why don't you guys come, grab a seat, and relax with me. Alright guys, as I've already said, I am in California for a trade show. And it's quite exhausting, so I'm a little bit tired. I just got back into my room from a full day of standing on my feet, talking a lot. Believe it or not, I don't talk too much. And I wanted to talk about competition because, at a trade show, you're surrounded by competition, and as much as you would like to not see competitors there, they're there. And I think there's a lot of ways you can handle it. I think let's say the first things first. I'm a very competitive person. Okay, I love to win. I love to fight to win. I don't always win. In fact, probably most of the time in my life, I don't win, but competing is fun. And of course, as a business owner, my company, Beard Brand, competes a lot with all sorts of beard care companies and men's grooming companies and just companies in general. And of course, you go to these shows, you go to beard competitions, you go to different events, you get to know the other business owners, the other founders, and I think there's of course, drama within the beard world, as always, but there's definitely a good way to compete and a not so good way to compete. Now, believe it or not, I've got my fair share of enemies. There's some competitors out there who think we're like the devil's spit or whatever, and then they'll go off and they'll make it their mission to speak ill will as to us because we did whatever. And me being the person I am, I try to throw out olive branches. I understand that there's different perspectives of things. There's always two versions. There's my version and the other person's version. And I feel like with communication, you're going to be able to work through those issues. Maybe not come to an agreement, but understand that you can respect the person and respect the fact that they choose to be something different, and then ultimately kind of let water flow under the bridge, or what is that, water under the river, something like that. And to me, that's my first goal. And I'll get to a certain point where I'll throw out an olive branch, and then to a certain degree, it's just like, okay, well, it takes two parties to make things right. But I wanted to talk about one particular competitor of mine, and I'm going to call him out. His name's Doug. Okay? And Doug owns a business called Can You Handle Bar. So I know you're thinking, here's some juicy stuff. What is Eric going to say about Doug from Can You Handle Bar? And what I'm going to say is the dude is an awesome dude. He's like a legitimately stand-up guy. He runs a legit good business. And then he competes with class. I think he is probably one of the classiest competitors in my small world and the people that I've run into. And I've also run into a lot of other great guys as well. So I don't want to say Doug's the only guys and girls, I should say. Doug's the only one. But even though we're competitors, I would say that he's a friend of mine. And we're able to commiserate as business owners, and of course not talk about the details of what's going on in Beard Brand or the details of what's going on at Can You Handle Bar. Or maybe we do. Maybe it's appropriate because we know that I'm not going to be able to develop something that quickly, or he's not going to be able to develop something that quickly, or, it's crystal clear what we're working on. I just said it on YouTube or whatever. So, Doug kind of has this way about him with competition that he just kind of, he rolls with the flow. Like, he's like, that's just the way it is. He sees the world as a lot of opportunity, and if he does the things that if he does the things that he needs to do, he's going to find success, and he's going to find happiness, and he's going to find contentment in the world. And I really think that's the lesson out of competition. It's understanding that, to a certain degree, if I sell a beard oil, maybe he's not going to be able to sell a beard oil, but he's got a high hole mustache wax, and we don't have that product. So, if someone buys a high hole mustache wax, it doesn't mean I've lost a customer there. So I think there's kind of understanding that we have different markets, different targets, and while we do overlap a little bit on products, we're two different companies, and we're probably going after a couple of different buyers. So it's understanding that, and then also like, and that contentness, being content with the situation, means that it's okay if his company doesn't grow to be $1 billion or whatever. Like he's in a similar position as us, where he's a bootstrap company, self-funded. I think a lot of competition gets really dirty because you have outside players in it. So you have like VC money, or you have bank loans, and the stress gets there. And then you can't really see clearly about the relationships that you have, and it can start to get dirty. Now, with competition, you never know what's going to happen in the future, and you don't know what could go on. But it's really nice to know that within an industry where you're competing dead on, that you can find people who are respectful and high class, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I wanted to share his company, and it's funny because like most of our business is directly from beardbrand.com. A lot of his business is through his wholesale accounts and through Amazon, which aren't really like our breadwinner. So it is, to a certain degree, we're able to both be able to find success in our own little niches. So the reason I'm talking about Doug, he's at the show here today, and we spent some time together. So I just wanted to give him a shout out and a plug, and of all the other beard companies out there, Doug is one that I look up to, and he's a great guy. So thanks for chilling with me. I'm just going to lay down, watch some TV, edit up this video, upload it to YouTube, and get ready for tomorrow, because it's going to be another long day, and hopefully we can kick some butt and get some new customers on board and spread the word to all the stuff that we're doing. As always, thanks for taking the time out of your day to chill with me, to talk with me, to share your comments. I always love reading them, and I love responding to them as much as I can. So thank you guys. I love the familiar faces. So it's really appreciative, especially on days that are challenging and hard. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Cheers. Keep on growing.